Hey, today I'm going to be making a video about ways to avoid self-injury, healthy ways. And I watched one of Salon Girl X's videos, and she spoke about how like punching a pillar or screaming or holding ice, it's not much. It's pretty much the same as self-injury because it's just a physical release. It doesn't change anything in the long term, and of course self-injury is not the whole problem. There's always something deeper that causes you to self-injure. So these are the ways that work for me, and the first way is this: just walking the dog. And I found that since I have been making these videos, even though I haven't been making them for very long, I haven't been self-injuring as much, and like it's great. It's I get away from my family and I get away from other stress. I'm alone from it with my iPod, and I can actually talk about ways to avoid. I can maybe give some people hope, and ultimately that gives me hope too, you know? So I'm going to start also vlogging, probably today, because I have some news, and yeah. Anyway, so if you decide to start vlogging about your self-injury, then post me a comment, because I don't know if you can hear me. Post me a comment because I will subscribe, I promise, because I want to be able to know how the experiences of other self-injurers, so I can, come up with better alternatives and solutions and such. The second solution that I've come up with, well, the second, distraction is writing poetry. And I know a lot of people do this, but and the dog is pissing. I know a lot of people write poetry, and it really is a good release because it's like talking about your issues, but if you don't have someone else to talk to, then it's a healthy release. And I write a lot of poems about how I'm feeling, and they're mostly dark and depressing, and I try not to linger on my dark, depressing poetry because in the long run, it doesn't exactly do to wallow in your pain. Like, it doesn't help, but it does get the feelings out, and you don't have to be Edgar Allan Poe. You just need a basic knowledge of words and how to use a pencil or your phone or a keyboard, and you're a poet. Like, it doesn't matter how good your poetry is. If you're getting out your feelings, then it's brilliant. Okay. Another solution, another distraction, is definitely listening to music. And I think the dog is going to take a crap in a minute. Yeah. One moment while I attend this. The dog has finished, and now I'm just gonna walk through the park, I think, or maybe I'll just go back home. But another way to avoid self-injury is listening to music, and I listen to screamo and inverted commas as well. The proper term for it is metalcore or post-hardcore or whatever. I listen to a lot of rock because it relieves a lot of stress and tension. Like, if I'm feeling more angry, I'll maybe listen to something more alternative, or chill step especially. That helps. And the dog saw something. Okay. Moving. Because there are people. This is awkward. someone's renovating their house, and I've walked past a couple of times past that side, and the guy is sort of like looking at it because I'm like randomly talking to my phone. What if they think I'm Skyping or something? Well, I practically am, but whatever. Okay. And of course, there's always the option to talk to someone, or even when we're watching self-help videos on YouTube about self-injury. That's helped me avoid it a lot of times because I get courage from other people's strengths. I feel inspired to recover, and probably the best way I find it to avoid self-injury is, for me, it's talking to my friend, either my friend Jake or my friend Liam, and they are two of my best friends. Also Katharina, although I don't get to talk to her as much because she's like, she's barely ever alive. But anyway, so if you don't have anyone like that, please feel free to talk to me because I'm always here for you, even though I don't know you. Yeah, PM me. And of course, there are the times when stuff like this, it won't work, you know? And maybe you've written your poetry, you've listened to your music, you've talked to your friend, but you still feel you need a physical release, and I understand that. And if I'm upset or angry, if you take like a really soft round stone and just like rubbing it over your wrists, or wherever you want to cut, or burn, or hit, or you know, or even just like soft fabric, like pretend fur, and rub it over where you want to cut. It's very soothing, and those are my best tips. And although they do help, of course I'm not fully recovered self-injurer. I do still self-injure, I'm not gonna lie. So please don't feel bad if you slip up, because I know how it is to feel guilt and anger because you made a mistake and you cut yourself, and then you just feel like shit about it, and then you end up having to do it again. And you have to understand that you're only human and you're hurting, and although that's not really an excuse to try to not self-injure, you mustn't feel guilty about it if you do. I mean, it's probably a good idea to feel like, oh, I shouldn't have done that, but don't hate yourself for it, because that will just hurt you more, and believe me, I know. Anyway, so share your tips about avoiding self-injury, and I will share them in another video. Bye. I would blow a kiss, but kind of, yeah, I'm walking the dog, so bye. Another technique I use to avoid self-injuring is to do my makeup, and this is obviously more for girls than for guys, but of course, like, I'm not judging you. You can do it if you want. There's nothing wrong with it if you're a guy. I find it a relaxing activity, and although I look kind of gothic now, that still doesn't give you the right to call me emo. Okay? Okay, clear? Yeah? Okay. Because note, the clothes aren't even black, so yeah, shut the fuck up. Okay.